Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Mighty Wolf. Mike by 4.
In your face.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. They'll have a first down past the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
You go to you got tape.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
65, 65, 65, 66, bullet, half.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Right there. 54, right there, 54.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 yours. Here we go, here we go. Secret.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ready, set.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Set, ready.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 13. Check 13.
They toss to Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 23.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Hey, check. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
On 3rd and short, going with a tight end. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
57's a mic. 57's a mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Alert. 64. Take off.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Now we got defense. That's the shot. That's the shot. Yeah. There we go. That's the one.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Ready. 56 the outlaw. 54. All right, T. Let's turn. All right, T. Switch it. Switch it. Switch it. Switch it back. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Go. Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here. Let it go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Mike, 54. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Check it.
He'll look to throw. And this is Parker, complete. 18 big yards on that one. And a Miami first.
So it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running with Howard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't going nowhere. Echo, echo. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. X3.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Come on, set. Come on, the base. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Shift. Roll. West. That's it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Shit. Hopper.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And it's caught by Parker. It'll be a pickup at 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Man out. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
They look to throw here on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Breida. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go. Come on. He's checking. Crash.
They'll try to run with Breida, and I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
57 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. 57.
Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man, Boyd. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. SOS. Big grip.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Look, squeeze on the ball. They go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going deep downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. 66, pull it, ha. 24, check 24. Yeah.
This is Brady. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
They don't want it.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Box drop. Mike 5-2. You better be afraid of me. Fair. Afraid of me. Check three.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional, but a lot more clinical. Every now and then they'll get out of you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Give me some.
Second and 9 now. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Double dog. That's the way. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. I got you, Pop.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
It's just me and you.
Flush to his right.
You.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They run with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set, ready. Look at Pittsburgh. Mike 5-4. Watch the out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. The 20. A big play there for the Dolphins. 46 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Give me the ball.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
So now, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game. Buyer beware.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a try. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Set, hut, 60 yards. Rip left, 36, 36. 80 weapon.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That's what I'm
Third
talking
quarter and
about.
you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Oh, they go to the tight end carry. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
It's easy work. And it's
No
coming
gain on the
again.
play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Ready?
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Ready? 15-1.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You ready? 52. Mike 52. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Second and 14. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. Big grip.
On play action, they'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54. It's been a long day for you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Coming to you.
1st and 10 at the 48.
On 1st down, here's Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, so he's winding up now. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be getting a whole lot of credit to the running game, the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. They run again with freedom. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Let's go.
And looking at it from the perspective of